And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set. Right front, 80. Set is the mic. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, big run there. 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rivers. Left side caught by Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rivers on the money, complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Rivers. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again here, Rivers. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Rivers. He gets it left side to Johnson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Foles throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Fournette. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Fournette. Check, check. Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Davis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 47-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. And this is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers setting up the screen for Miller. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's able to find Diggs. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down, Rivers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll throw again. Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Alpha! 47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
54's mic. Check.
From just shy of midfield, Foles escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
What we got? 54, right there.
There's Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Foles. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. A shotgun give to Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding the clock.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Foles. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt your...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run with Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Throw right side of the tight end O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Great.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Rivers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing Rivers. It's caught. Smith. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 4th down, Rivers. That's to his running back, complete. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Rivers going deep for Diggs. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Throwing, Rivers. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. From the gun, Rivers. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Delta! Round!
To throw again. Rivers. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards there and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get it. 12.
On the run, it's Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Fournette. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.